Hello, Anna. This is your Professor Ian. I'll leave video feedback for these second essays. So it's a short video. I'll talk about your paper, what's working, what you can work on, improve, writing issues. So I just read your um, paper, your second paper, which you call "Fishing for Nothing." It's a fun title, but I'm not really sure how it fits in with your paper. I guess the idea of like frivolous entertainment. People are online fishing for fun and getting nothing. It's a little unclear. I mean, it's a fun title, but it doesn't really connect with your paper. I mean, if you want to, tie that in, make sure you mention something about that in your paper, right? Make it one of the themes, like use a fishing metaphor at one point or something, right? We were talking about rhetorical figures of speech. So how could you work this in as like an analogy that online, it's like young people are fishing for entertainment and they're catching nothing because it's this empty stream of blather, which is TikTok or whatever. It's a fun title, but again, it needs to be built in more. But also, I like talking about titles a lot because it's I think when people finish writing their paper and they look at their title, they think about their title, it's a good chance for you to also reflect on, okay, so how do I come up with a title that points my reader to the thesis, to my like main argument in the paper? And then it helps you think like, well, what is my main argument? What is my thesis? Is that clear? Is that hitting the prompt and the instructions for the class I'm taking? I think a title is a great moment of reflection, a diagnostic tool for writers. Because I think if you thought, okay, how can I connect this to my thesis? You might take a look and say, well, is my thesis clear enough? Because I would say in your paper, the thesis is not clear enough. The end of like your first paragraph, you should be identifying, your discourse community, what they believe and what we should do about it, right? It's fine. Your opening talking about TikTok is good, because you're going to be talking about that as a platform a lot. But then you should get into the, it's the Kanye West conspiracy theory and then what should be done about it. And even if you want to say, these people believe in Kanye West, but the bigger problem is TikTok as a platform and its vulnerabilities to being used to spread misinformation, that would be okay. That would work too. Because then, your call to action would be like you're talking about at the end, following Montana's suit and trying to ban TikTok. But, if you introduce that in your thesis, it would help you stay on track with that more. Because as I noted in my comments in your paper, when you get to that part where you say, hey, Montana is moving to ban TikTok, we should all do that. I don't think you've really established in your paper that TikTok is the problem here, right? You haven't made it clear to me, the reader, that TikTok is the issue and not the people who believe this silly conspiracy theory or this silly conspiracy theory about Kanye West, right? You haven't done the work in that section in your like definition. You haven't done the work in that section in your like definition in your cause section to fully explain like why they believe that. This is where you want to bring in some of those sources like the things we've been looking at, right? Why people believe in conspiracy theories and the debunking handbook and some of these things where it's getting into the psychology of conspiracy theories and why people are vulnerable to this because it offers easy answers and gives you this like makes you feel like an insider and some kind of like hidden knowledge. And so the community it builds, right? Going in a discourse community and TikTok is great for that because you get like these, people follow celebrities and they feel like they're part of their lives because it's very immediate, right? Social media is very, very immediate. You feel like you're in this intimate relationship with people because you're seeing videos of them at home and all that kind of stuff. It's like those eating videos, the South Korean eating videos. Someone was telling me about those the other day where it started as a trend where you'd watch a video of like a celebrity eating their meal and you'd like eat with them basically. And it was just them eating, it's turned into something else, but there's definitely like this immediacy to the community that's formed using social media. And I'm not a big TikTok expert, but TikTok feels much more like casual than some of the other platforms. So anyways, that's the kind of stuff you need to establish though. If you want in your solution section to argue that we should ban TikTok, you need to really set it up that TikTok is the issue earlier because that's what I mean with the lack of thesis statement and the lack of specificity is you're partially focusing on a discourse community vaguely, but you're also talking about TikTok as a whole. And so there's a kind of confusing lack of focus there. And that would be the main thing to fix. And get more specific with this discourse community. You do a good job of talking about some of the stuff about it, but it would be my wife always likes to say, you're leaving money on the table here. There's opportunities for you to do like much more specific analysis of like conversations you see on these groups and like memes people are sharing, the comments that people are making. That's the kind of stuff you really want to get into in that section, get very specific, because then that's going to lead to more specific solutions at the end. Your solution section, again, is very vague at points, and then at other points you're saying we should ban TikTok, but you haven't really established why we should. So anyways, that's in terms of the content. The citation, your works cited page needs a lot of work. I left you a link to a sample page. And, you need, you have a lot of the information that you need, but it's just formatted all over the place. So just, a little more care to the formatting. And then your in-text citations are a bit hit and miss as well. Sometimes you have, the in-text citation is correct. You have like Doyle 6, that's good. The author page number, but then this other one, Kanye missing Reddit. That doesn't work, or when you have it in the middle of the sentence. So be careful with your in-text citations. They're a bit all over the map. So anyways, that's about it for now. If you have any questions or concerns, you can email me. And otherwise, have a great day.